Video archive 38, LPSN long. Trade duration, 2 trading days. Entry, 98 cents. Exit, 129, 33% gain. This is my trading chart. All righty, let's share my chart here. Now it is the 26th, and this trade took place between the 19th and the 22nd, which is a Friday to a Monday, I believe. So I have my chart rewound here so I can show you what I was looking at specifically. Pretty simple trade. As Trade Spotting has pointed out excessively in his streams regarding live person, we have a harmonic, a reverse, inverse head and shoulders, and a W bottom. So 3 bottoming formations all at the same time. And then we get this breakout of, I have it drawn as a channel. It really should probably just be whatever that top diagonal trend line, downward sloping. But we got this breakout here. And since there, you can see we've been in this very regimented uptrend. Let's go down to the 30-minute. And there's been some clear signals for entries on this. If we go to like the 15, you'll see it even clearer. So right here, we take back the center line. And basically every touch of the center line has been a good entry point, except for right here. You can see this price action is when it breaks the center line on the 15. So what I've been doing on this trend is just trading the oscillations up here. I don't have all my trades on the chart for this one, but as you can see, we came down and filled this gap, tested this high, put clear divergence on these lows. God, this is beautiful. And held the center line as well. This is on the 1 hour. Let's just glance on the 30-minute here. Basically getting the same picture, just more detail. We're dancing around the 50-period moving average here. You can see the MAC. There's probably some information to be drawn here. I don't use the MACD too often, but you can see the signal line crossing over the center line and the, man, I forget what it's called, the orange line, the other line, the one that isn't the signal line, crosses over that from below across the center line, which is confirmation of the signal. You can see it right here also when we get this big impulse move. Then here as well. I already kind of pointed out, but that 50-period moving average, which is the orange line, you can see it's acted, as a good place to manage risk on the other side of it, which is what I had here. Because in this uptrend, it has not broken that 1 hour 50 period yet. Then one other thing I wanted to point out was from this oscillation, that entry point was also the 0.5 right there. So I actually had 2 orders set. I had one order set at 99 cents or $1, I believe, and 97 or 96 cents. No, 97 cents. And that averaged out to 98 cents based on the size of that order. Excuse me. Then I guess the only other thing I wanted to point out is, I guess I should just talk about my exit. Drop a horizontal on it. So for this position on my exit, half of it I just took profits impulsively because I was up a lot more than I'm used to making. So I had to take the money. It was, I work 70-hour weeks right now, and this was 6 weeks of pay in 1 day and a half trade. So I just took I took half of it off the table and then set a stop loss, but I ran that stop loss extremely tight, probably in fear of losing my profits. Now looking back at this, I definitely should have set it at below this. I mean, look at that. We came down and tested that high. So potentially maybe this slight low right here would have been a better place to run it. But that, I'm losing. It go from a 33% gain to that's half the profits right there. So I ran it tight. It ended up not working out the best. I mean, not being the best decision, even though it was a good decision. How do I play this? Oh, yeah, here we go. We'll play out what happens. We do go right to my green line I have here at 150. So wouldn't that have been nice if I went to the line that I had put in there? That green line is a 236 from the macro 236, basically the most important 236. So I should have known from the breakout we were likely going to come up and test that, but I took my money and then got stopped out of the rest. And let's just explore the horizontal level real quick where I exited. Let's not make that green. Let's turn this red and double the size. So not that much significance at this level. I guess it's the bottom of this giant candle after this gap down and where price kind of danced around for a couple days. Let's go way, way back. Glance. Oh, okay. So that makes some sense looking back at it. Some support here and also a significant breakdown point. Kind of support there. So there's some significance to that horizontal. And the last thing I want to point out is this interesting artifact on the chart. We got another gap up at the same. So this is at risk of getting delisted. We need 10 days. It's listed on the NASDAQ, 10 days above $1, from what I hear from Mr. Spada, to doomslay that risk. And we got a gap right here, which is between 99 cents and $1.01. And look at this, 99 cents and $1.02. So we basically have that gap in the same area. So something tells me we might see some more price action here. Maybe not. Maybe it's gapping there because it's the magic level. I don't know. But that's where I'll be looking for re-entry myself. Other than that, that is my most recent Lipson trade. This has been the most fun trading I have had ever. I have done ever. It's so fun trading something in an uptrend that's breaking out like this after just being brutalized for so long. I mean, look at this movement is something else. This is just crazy. It's crazy. I feel good about it. I've been having a lot of trouble managing my FOMO because look at it's just literally 4 straight weeks of just vertical. And it really looks like it's going to come in for a touch of potentially this 221 of the weekly 50. Or if you look at the daily, we got the at 185 and the beginning of this gap, we have the 200 period moving average, and that weekly 50 period moving average was confluent with the top of the gap, which is also like a clear, important horizontal. So, we might just rip up to there. I feel bad about that, but I can wait for confirmation because currently we're at a resistance point. I'll get into this in the next video, but that's my Lipson trade. I'm feeling good about it. I just got to learn to let my winners run and really think hard about where to place my stop losses. How much of my profit do I want to protect? What kind of volatility is inherent in the movement of the stock I'm looking at? And what is my goal? See you next time.